These niggas just talking.
Yo, welcome to the podcast. We're back, kind of, maybe. I don't know. Nigga gets lazy. I don't even know when this is gonna come out. So, if it's Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Christmas, Merry Holidays, whatever you degenerates want. But honestly, it's kind of sad that a whole bunch of stuff kind of felt like it happened since I've been back. Uh, think what I was here after the president got decided, or pretty sure it's more or less known. Joe Biden was leading for a while, so I don't know if we're happy about that, but yeah, we're happy about it. Congratulations for that. What else? Oh, so apparently people getting 600 for the stimulus because the 2000 was denied. Keep that in mind. Neither side made concessions. Republicans were all like, "Nah, we didn't really agree with the 2000, unless you Democrats are willing to stop all the foreign aid that we're doing," and they didn't want to do that either. Pretty large bill. Crazy how other foreign places getting like extra money pumped into like programs. Like the thing is, I don't understand if it was like more for helping them, like with the pandemic, if they had an issue anyways. But like doing like programs, I'm like, these are programs that I feel like you should do after kind of have everything fixed at home. But I ain't in the politics, so can't really be pushing that. NBA is back. To me, the East is more interesting than the West. Um, in a more like competitive standpoint, like the seeding for the West, you don't know what it's gonna be. Same with the seeding for the East, you don't really know what it's gonna be. But just like the competitive stuff that's going on in all of them, I don't know. I'm honestly interested to see. Like the Raptors are an interesting question because I don't think that they would have. They had a great chance of making the finals last year, and then they lost Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka. So I think they're in a semi-rebuilding stage. Kyle Lowry is probably gonna still have like that. What's it called? That leadership, I guess, impact. I don't think he's really gonna be leading them too far. So there's that for them. Obviously, I'm a Kyrie fan, so that's to the finals. Ayo. And obviously, I also really like the Celtics, so they're my second pick if the Nets joint falls through. Don't really see Heat really making it. Bucks have a good chance. Also, I kind of like the Bucks too. Like that Giannis kind of re-signed there, but at the same time, me personally, I might have like I don't know. You can never like until you have that type of money, you can never really say anything because you're not in that tax bracket. You feel me? There's different levels to things, man. I'm not on that level yet, so I wouldn't know. But if you want to like stay competitive, maybe a 2 year deal, like in that sense. But you may hit breath. You feel me? And got a little toy to play with. Forgot to bring it out now, so yeah, you already know how this hip podcast do. We just talking.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
feel me?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Got me a little soundbite. You feel me? uh, I got all of the sounds, bro. I got all of the things that niggas want. You got this, an old classic, man. You always gotta have that one. It's an old classic, man. And times when I make a joke like the next podcast episode, might have to see y'all the next year. Y'all not gonna have the whole podcast for the rest of the year, man. Like what is it? When niggas be like, "See you next year." Well, this is my last time seeing you until next year. You feel me? He did that. You feel me? And you put a little laugh track in that bitch. All right, that one came a little bit late, but you understand what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me? You know, we ain't run into an error 306. You feel me? You never know, man. You never know what you might need. All right, like just never know. Like maybe some chick gets stuck in a washing machine. You pull up.
What are you doing, step bro?
You feel me? You never know. You never know anymore. Special word out here. You know, I'm not going to speak too much on that Playboy Cardi album. I'm gonna wait until Nige comes, explains himself, as it explains him that atrocity, that deadbeatness. Yo, man, I don't even know. I saw a tweet though about it, and it actually was interesting because, like, you know, the whole Playboy Cardi and the freaking what you call it? What's her name? Iggy. Oh, debacle, deadbeat father, Cardi, and all that. This is an interesting tweet, man. They're gonna low key spin me to the next stuff, so we gonna see. I'm probably gonna cancel the next stuff, but take shit one by one in stride, man. And the Christmas gift is the toxicity. You feel me? Jesus. Alright. So this tweet says, "Ain't no way that 30-year-old white woman looked Playboy Cardi dead in his eyes and thought, I can build a family with this man. Talking about a baby he asked for. You're a grown ass woman, dog. He probably asked you for a baby in a text and ended it with a slap. I mean, and then in the reply, there's someone like, I didn't even like put that. I didn't even think about that. For some reason, in my head, I was thinking, oh, Iggy's 30. I guess Cardi's like around there, but nah. People pointing out the age dynamic here low key changed my opinion on this. Cardi is barely 24, and Iggy is almost 31. So let's conversate. All right, now this is why this nigga Cardi got blamed. All right, can't be a deadbeat father. That's not okay. And I gotta say, that's never okay. All right, especially when you got money. But you know what you do? I'm just saying. Actually, maybe more if you don't than if you did. Because when you got money, you can at least, like, know that he probably gonna be good. Because, like, I don't know if you're gonna get, yeah, like, I guess that depends if you get out of child support. But mom's rich too, so fuck it. But nah, deadbeat father not good. Like that he wasn't there when she was giving birth ain't really good. But that all, in my opinion, that depends. Like, obviously, she going off that in context, I'm gonna assume that she wanted him there. I don't know if they're even dating at that time, so maybe that was like why he didn't show up. I don't really know. I don't really give a damn about their situation like that, but I just thought it was interesting because, like, the other side to this is the fact that, like, he is a deadbeat father. Like, people are saying to an extent the victim has to take responsibility. And I've been always kind of in agreement to that. Like, depending on the situation. And this is one of those situations. You're a 30-year-old woman. 24-year-old guy says, I'm gonna get you pregnant. I think that's even after one point when she found out he cheated. Alright? 30, I think it's 24. You basically worship Satan. I don't even know what he's saying half the time, man. Like, you, like, he cheating on you, doing all this, and you're like, well, he said he wanted a baby with me. I just thought I'd give it to him. I don't know. It is kind of sus in my opinion. All right, But that's it. And it's like, it gets to the point where it's like, do you blame people for being dumb? I guess is what I'm trying to get to. And it's like, yeah, because you gotta know, like, you gotta kind of know. Uh, I don't know if this guy can be the man of my kids. How long were they dating before they she made that decision? Like, I don't know. I guess people don't realize it beforehand, but a kid is an 18-year commitment. Like, I mean, got me, who kind of is still a kid. Like, it's a little bit more than even 18, unless like you kicking them out at 18 type shit. You feel me? Like, that's the thing. I'm 20, and I don't know if I want to be in that 18-year commitment anytime soon. Like, nah. Like, in my opinion, like, I don't think anyone should be really considering kids until they pass 25, bro. To be honest. Like, because I feel like 25 is that good age where it's like, if you don't got shit working out for you, like you don't have any type of thing like set down, like you don't have any path that you're set on that would like, or if you're like, so by 25, graduated college, like this is what I'm trying to say. You had enough time to even reach a decent position, even if you're working at McDonald's. Like, to be fair, when you're 25, bro, you had a decent amount of time to become not the regional manager, but a manager. Have a decent salary. Like, you're not going crazy, but some maybe you have some on the side too. It's just like planning. And obviously, if you're not ready by 25, don't do it at 25. That's basically my like opinion. And 25 to me is even early. Like 25 is a minimum, and that's a low minimum. Like, and that's when you're sure the other person is going to be there for you completely, and most likely is working. At least that first type, and you guys have a good saving or something. Like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe 25 is too early, but eh, yes, it depends. But yeah, man. And I don't know, man. I just, I just don't get it. And this leads me into something I just thought was like interesting, to say the least, that I seen recently. Now, obviously, I'm gonna preface this, and I already know the preface isn't gonna matter because if a clip is taken from this, it's gonna automatically be bad. It could automatically be bad. Like this, when you take a clip of something, it doesn't matter at all what was said before. No one listen to all that. They only hear what was said in the clip. But still, I'm gonna preface it anyways for the niggas that do listen all the way through. I already said in the beginning, black women are, if not one of the like top three most. Like we said it, I think, like one of the first is either the first or second podcast. Right, me and I said this. Black women are one of the most disrespected people in the world. 100% agree. Nothing. Like one of, if not the most. However, sometimes the sisters ain't putting themselves in a good situation, bro. Like, can't also sit and pretend that, like, in my opinion, I feel as though sometimes, like, obviously, you have to separate yourself from some things. Like, you have to okay, certain groups or certain things to really see like the truth. But at the end of the day, it still like has to be a general togetherness, or nothing's really gonna change. So basically, on Twitter, on Instagram, people's stories, a lot of people saying this. Feel like, nah, for a while, I didn't even understand what really happened. The only thing that I saw, at least, was because, like, I guess some people were saying the black, like someone had posted a picture on Twitter, and apparently a lot of black people had ragged on it, black men in specific. And then there was a lot of like hate, I guess, towards black women being thrown that way. And me, I don't know if I really see it like around me. To be fair, like obviously I'm not everywhere in the world. I can't see everything, man. I can't draw up the statistics, but I don't always be seeing that bit shit. Like um, honestly, I feel as I know more black women who even be preferring like people who weren't black, like white people. Shit. I ain't gonna say names, but I got someone in the family, black woman, since I wanna say elementary school. She said, I'm gonna marry a white guy. I like white guys. I don't like black guys. Right? Not that's not to say that she doesn't see any. She 100% looks at a black guy and doesn't find them attractive at all. Because I don't think that's possible for anyone in any case. I feel as though at no matter what, people can look at any other race and say, yeah, I'll go for her. Like I don't think it's as clear cut as a lot of people try and make it. Like even like one of my black friends who, at least track record wise, has dated more white people, still likes a lot of black people. Like he will send me pictures of bad black people, the black people he wants. He's trying to mess with. He's trying to do whatever. All right. He's trying to get the freaking intro on. He's trying to get the intro on them. You feel me? He's trying to do that. All right. Even then, like I feel like it's still that amount of stuff, but I feel as though like it's been like pushed to the like to the ceilings. Like the amount of I guess hate black men have for black women. I don't know, cause I don't really get it sometimes. I feel as though like some of this stuff really be reaching because of like how yeah like number one to what I've seen, bro. It is easier. Like it feels like the other races do be gravitating a lot easier. I'll say that. Yeah, if a guy's trying to get him, in the sense that they won't even be trying to get him. They come like they come to them. No, that's I don't know if that even makes sense. I don't even know if it happens, but they at least from what I've seen, it it's not like they rush out to chase these to chase these other races. All right. However, if if I gotta like say something more like I feel as though dis like disrespectful rejections that a guy can get, it's from a black girl too. You gotta keep that in mind, man. And it's like just like I feel as though and like the more disrespectful like rejections that like even a girl can get back, so a guy it's gonna be from a black guy. I think it's because we're too funny. Sometimes it doesn't work to our advantage. All right, you feel me? Yeah, man, you got him like that. You got all that, man. It just doesn't work to our advantage. You know, all that kick, man. But at the same time, I don't think it's as bad as what is being presented. I feel as though like if we were like if there wasn't like such separation sometimes because of that, things would be better. Things would like actually help. But I feel as though now, just because like all this stuff that been like perpetrating before, because at first people were just like too generalizing, like in the sense that because they weren't actually looking at places in specific, they couldn't tell all the bad things that were happening. Now I feel as though we're going too specific, and because of that, we can't get the problems that actually need to be fixed, solved first. We can't actually go and look and see, yeah, they're bad. Like certain people, like whether it's not even just in politics. Like politics is just like one example. Because to me, like them niggas have gone out of control, my guy. Like Comcast, I remember there was like a report saying that them niggas are gonna start charging like basically they're attacking poorer places because Comcast is saying that they're gonna make people who go over a certain limit in some of these places that have like limited amount of internet and everything, they're going to be charging more. Keep in mind this is during the time when the pandemic happened. All right, we're not having no economic boom. People are having trouble staying in their houses, and this is honestly targeting more economical places. Why? Just for a little bit more bucks on the side? Doesn't really make sense. It's not like it's a huge profit margin that they're getting from this. They're literally charging people who go over their limit more just because they can. And then that's where it gets from, all right, we get it, you're a business, you gotta make money, to actual ethical practices. And the reason they're able to do that is because cable companies, to a pretty large extent, have a monopoly. Which is why, even though America was a place that basically made the internet, we have some of the slowest speeds in this fucking country. The fact that the other countries are being it is because there's a monopoly. Them niggas are all grouped together. They've been merging since way back then. They made the government sign. They lobbied the government sign stuff so people can't put up their own towers. Can't do shit. Like, I don't know if y'all niggas been peeping. I stand. T-Mobile has been fucking picking up places shit left and right, bro. And I got T-Mobile, bro. Niggas are cheap, it's decent, but them niggas just ate up Sprint. Man, back when I was a kid, I used to see a whole bunch of them, man. And y'all niggas remember Cricket? My God, you haven't heard a nigga had Cricket in fucking years. Like, jeez, are they even still a company? Them Razor phone, like, jeez, man. You even see it. Everybody's making shit back then, bro. Everybody. There's a lot of stuff. Now it's just like companies are buying shit up left and right. Disney owns half the TV, but then they're focusing on tech companies who just came and took advantage of what was happening, and to an extent, they built themselves up. To an extent, they're the reason for their like massive success because they had to go through that beginning struggle of everybody saying no, even we get it, the internet's getting bigger, but this is not the move Amazon, or this is not the move Elon. Like to an extent, they to an extent they're good. To an extent, they represent how the internet has made it possible for just people to like just flourish. To an extent, but at the same time, they're still having huge monopolies, huge manipulation of being able to manipulate people's lives. All these social media people like Facebook, they're another big tech company. And they really make the people who are in power, who are supposed to be in power, they're supposed to know what, quote unquote, what's best for us. They really make their age show. Like, I haven't watched. I mean, I've never fully watched the interviews with all those that they be having in the courts, but Facebook be really embarrassed. Was really embarrassing some of them niggas in there, right in the caucus. I mean, did not know shit, bro. Remember, did not know how the internet really worked or nothing. You just never know. You never know. All right. But I guess on the different things, on the different greater fields. Let me turn back real quick, wrap back that other shit. Guess the and the whole like black women against black man, because like man, you making memes about it. Like I think one of the joints from my school, one of the blacks associations actually put it out on the Instagram story, had like a meme saying like where a black guy was just I guess disrespecting a black woman. And I was like, yeah, association is supposed to promote unity between students. Where to go? You know, it's little things, bro. You realize that it's little things that make you realize shit. We're doing the same thing that niggas are out here hating Trump for separation and getting I guess quote unquote clout or support by via that separation. All right, like by separating people, like all people have to come together in order for something to be changed. Understand? I understand. To like as much as I can, like the the disrespect that we must get on daily and everything. I understand to understand. To as much as I can, I extend as much as I can, but understand as much as I can. But it's like I feel as though there's better ways to try and incite change. And another thing is, the internet is a dirty place, man. Like the internet is basically like I feel as though the world way back then, where it's like everything felt so far away that if you move to a different state, that you start over. You started over your whole life, bro. Like now, it isn't. It's not really starting over now. Like there's still that connectivity. It's not as long as it used to be. Niggas were fucking riding in carriages for fucking months before they got to the other side, man. Of even fucking states. I feel like way back then, bro. Like niggas had to be careful of beasts, bro. They in the forest, bro. They didn't name half them animals, bro. Half them animals didn't have names yet, man. These not consistent ones, bro. Imagine how long it took for names to for certain names to fucking stick out, bro. You gotta keep that in mind. Like I bet the first time they saw certain animals, they're calling them bitches anything, bro. Never know. But that's what I'm saying. The lack of knowing back then is kind of how the internet is because there was a lack of knowing. If someone came, killed you in the woods, people would just have to assume you died. Like the, they can't just assume someone like who killed you. They can't. They won't know. They just have to live with your death. Also, that's how it is in the internet too, where it's like people will look at what you got, what you post on there, and however, and you have to hope that they're nice, hope that they're good. I don't think there's any way of stopping that. Just like how, like, in my heart of hearts, I don't think bullying is gonna ever stop being there. Like, obviously, bullying isn't good, but there's some stuff that I'm like, you gotta steal your heart for, bro. Like, you gotta make your heart a little bit stronger. That help at least a little bit because, like, all this like is the zero tolerance stuff. At least that my school started trying to implement that zero tolerance stuff. So like at the end of the day, like it's in a way it's breeding people to be complacent. Like people for not to not really ever want change just because they don't know they don't know like the positivity that can come with change. In the sense of even like how the government is right now, this two party stuff. Honestly, bro, I said I don't even do politics. I gotta get my political rant out of me. All right, it's like I don't know. Maybe a lot of people did annoy me this year with the whole fucking you have to vote Democrat. All right, we have to get that guy out of here and put in another guy who's just gonna do bad stuff in secret. That old timey racism, you know? Like, I don't know, bro. Don't feel any changes will be happening. Still, niggas ain't getting stimulus, a good stimulus check. Like, I don't know. We just gonna have to see. Now, next joint thing, I'm gonna bring in Cyberpunk 2077 and that flop. That joint was coming out for a brick, bruh. When did they start developing Cyberpunk 2077? So we check it out. When did Cyberpunk 2077 start getting developed? 2011. 2011. 9 years ago. Almost 9 years of development time. 2011, bro. 2011, bro. 9 years ago. I was 11. I was in, let's say, sixth grade. Yeah, sixth grade. Sixth grade, bro. Nigga, the PlayStation 4 hadn't even come out, bro. I was back in the days where nigga was still playing Naruto Storm, still on some of that FIFA stuff, bro. Man, sometime reminiscing because the Tenkaichi days weren't too far behind in the PlayStation 2 era. Still, like back when that nigga was not even doing algebra, and now he's in the engineering field. 9 years, bro, for a flop. Now, the funny thing about this is this flop kind of like resembles the same flop of No Man's Sky, like almost exactly the same thing. Everybody hated that bitch when it launched, and there was a lot of hype for it beforehand, bro. Fucking, I remember one of my friends, bro. The moment I saw No Man's Sky, I was like, yeah, nah, this seems like it's about to be a bootleg Destiny, maybe like a wannabe Destiny. I was really comfortable playing Destiny about when No Man's Sky was coming out, bro. My friend, my nigga, he was playing Destiny with me the entire time, and he was all like, "Nah, you gotta get No Man's Sky. This game is amazing. It's gonna be amazing. I was told it's gonna be a mixture of Skyrim and some other game, and in space. It's gonna be Skyrim in space. It's gonna be amazing. Nah, you gotta get it." I said, "Fuck no, bro. That shit don't look good. That joint don't look good. That joint does not look like it's about to be worth 60 beans off rip. If it is, let me know. We'll get it later, maybe." But right now, looking like ass. It looking like booty cheeks. But you couldn't really 100% tell that from the gameplay. So a lot of people were tricked. Got that bitch. That joint was a flop. Them dinosaurs weren't even made right, bruh. Like, look, don't get me wrong. Dinosaurs don't look good anyways, bruh. Like, you can't tell me a T-Rex don't look goofy with those arms, bro, and a big ass head. If you had a big ass head and small, short arms, fuck you really doing? Cause you gotta think about it, bro. Them niggas, them T-Rexes, that ass had to eat them while they eat the other dinosaurs either while they're running or had to step on them first. Now, I get it. For animals, they ain't really worried about fucking cleaning up their food and everything. But I'll be damned if I have to step on something before eating it. They always gotta chase them with them big ass head of theirs, bro. Man, I don't know, bro. Like obviously, when you front to front with the T Rex, you gonna be scared. Them bitches gonna be running over and shit. But You can't tell me that bitch ain't goofy. I can be scared of some little goofy. Some of y'all niggas scared of clowns. Alright? Fuck you. But shit, how do you even get on the fucking T-Rex freaking dinosaurs, bro? I don't even be knowing what I be saying half this time. But it's just be there, man. Just be there. I got that. My brain said, because I really don't remember how I got to that point. No Man's Sky. Yeah, and it being the same type of flop as Cyberpunk 2077. I'm telling you, man. It was Cyberpunk. I was kind of excited, but I was impressed on it. All right, I was impressed on Cyberpunk 2077 just because I had came to the realization by the time Cyberpunk was even like good, it's supposed to be out in November before they pushed it back again, like to December. I was already knew that I was not getting that PlayStation 5 off pre-order and everything like I like initially wanted to maybe a year ago. Like before the pandemic, 100%. I was like, I'm about to get that PlayStation 5 when it comes immediately. I've been expecting this. I'm about to have money saved up on the side and all that shit. Then when it came, and then by the time it came, it was like, this whole joint is happening. I'm like, there's not really, none of these games are going to be amazing enough for me to say I want to get a PlayStation 5 yet. I can wait a year. I'm not pressed. And PlayStation 5 may be the last console that I seriously own. In the sense that, like, by the time, if PlayStation even does make a new console, which they most likely will, because them niggas are ahead of the game, bruh. Bruh, on a side note, I was watching YouTube, like, literally 1 or 2 days ago. I saw a commercial from Duracell, bruh. They said Duracell's the best battery for everything. Like, gaming. And then they were like, so to have the better battery for better gaming. They had some sort of Xbox gaming commercial with Duracell, and I just looked at that shit disgustingly. I'm like, man, I hope this shit's just for the Xbox One because I stand for that Xbox Series X. Still uses fucking Duracell still uses them those TV remote fucking batteries. Bro. How dare they, bro? We're in 2020, and you still want me to go and ask my mom for batteries? How fucking dare you? Nigga, they've been rechargeable controllers since the PlayStation 3. Alright, if I look right now, and the Xbox controllers, Series X, still needs batteries, and y'all niggas are still saying you're gonna buy an Xbox over a PS5, you fucking degenerates. Alright? Right now, the PS5 is on a premium. So I understand. Get that Series X for now. Alright? Play your little games. But when it's time, return that bitch. Even to GameStop, you have to. Resell it to GameStop. Get that money back and get a fucking PS5. Grow up. Alright? Y'all niggas don't let kids believe in Santa no more. But you still believe in an Xbox doing you good in this time. Really? Them niggas that still need batteries? Really? Disgusting, bro. Y'all niggas are sick. If there's one type of person I hate, it's an Xbox ass nigga. Fuck. Anyways, back on the Cyberpunk 2077 shit. Alright. Fucking. I was impressed on it. So I was impressed on this game because I was like, I don't really want to buy it for PlayStation 4 because I'm buying it because it's gonna be it's supposed to be a beautiful experience, bruh. CD Project Red, that company is known for making stuff be a beautiful looking experience. Alright. Let's look at all the games that they've made in the past. Cyberpunk 2077, which all the issues still, from what I heard, is a beautiful game. The Witcher 3, which I heard is a beautiful game. Saints Row 2, I don't know how many of them they actually made, but I heard that's a beautiful game. Wait, is that it? I mean, they're not the biggest. They're a Polish gaming company, not the biggest. Their stock dropped in a large portion due to how bad Cyberpunk was. So yeah, but felt like CD Projekt Red had done some more stuff, but even then, they still have a pretty good track record. They have a lot. They have a good. They have a OG video game series with The Witcher and everything. But I don't know. I just think Cyberpunk was way too high. Like it was getting to the point where it was like, especially with how many times they had pushed it back, it was getting to that point where everybody was all like, "I'm itching for this game, bruh. I'm itching for an RPG to play, to take up all my time, to take up all my space." And just games in general haven't been as satisfying as games back, wait, like I guess in a way they haven't been satisfying in a way, like they haven't been as impressive. They're starting to feel a little bit rushed, and people just don't want to like put anything in. Like I've stopped pre-ordering games because the last one I pre-ordered broke my heart. That was Jump Force, bruh. Pre-ordered the $80 edition. They for the season pass. They're releasing shit late for the season pass. They were doing all this shit. They didn't put in the characters that people actually wanted into the original game in the first place. So part of the season pass started being characters that should have probably been in the game originally. And the game itself was just kind of clunky in the beginning. Like people who pre-ordered Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Kakarot was good in the beginning. Then it flopped. Like after you get past the Frieza saga, you're really sitting there like, it's a good game, yeah, but like, yeah, good, it's decent, it's passable. Like there isn't any games that are beyond passable anymore. It feels like that actually come and hit. Sports game haven't been really great in a while, bruh. Always been some issue with it. Like 2K, the launch of the newest like 2K21 next gen, pretty terrible. People can even play in some of the modes. My career heard like at least the online portion of my career, niggas were literally saying they had to put it on a certain camera view just for it to be somewhat playable, somewhat passable. I don't know if that's a good thing. So it's like you just don't really know with a lot of this stuff, like with a lot of the game stuff. So I've gotten tired of like even trying to pre-order anything. I don't pre-order anything anymore, bro. I'm not pressed on any of that shit anymore. All right, like games are either going to be remastered to be like good, or like the fact that we're having a harder time getting good games at launch is terrible. And that's just all I have to say on that subject. Alrighty. Still got some time in this shit. So, talked about it a little bit in the beginning. But the NBA is back. I like that. I'm in a fantasy league this year. Right now, even though some of the people, like, the people, not everybody's played a second game. There's a lot of people haven't played 2 games. But in my fantasy league, I am second, I believe, in points in the entire league right now. Second only to this one Bulls fan. We already know how the Bulls are doing. This guy really said the Bulls were making the playoffs, right? What a crazy nigga. Dang, bro. They gonna really need to leave the chat after that, man. They gotta leave the chat. I think it really said the Bulls were making the playoffs. Bulls ain't making shit. The Bulls ain't shit, and that's it. Say this: the person that they drafted, the person the Bulls drafted at the fourth pick, I think he might actually be more of a power forward than a small forward. Just got to see how that develops. I don't think the Bulls are a bad team, and I actually do feel sorry for them. But Bulls fans also sometimes be saying crazy shit like fucking that Kobe nigga that they got last year can walk on water or some shit. Then I'm not impressed by that nigga, bruh. Bulls, y'all niggas not getting a superstar either, so you got to keep trying to find one off the draft. Don't know if you can, but yeah, shit sucks. Shit sucks. But going past that, I think the East is more interesting in a more playoff standpoint than the West. The West, you have a feeling it's probably like the Clippers are still the real number two, the real like only competitors to the Lakers. But even then, everybody like feels like the Lakers got better, and they were the championship team last year. And they got better to the degree that my issue with the Lakers last year was literally like the only reason I thought the Clippers would end up beating the Lakers is because of their depth. But I have been completely saying the Clippers need to stop trying to fucking basically fucking free agent hog from the Lakers and just get themselves a fucking point guard. Because that's what I felt like the Clippers are doing last year. Signing Marcus Morris, fucking Reggie Jackson, them niggas, like, and even competing with the Lakers with other people. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I get it. They have a chance of making your team better, but you guys know what you're missing. It's glaringly obvious to everybody else that you need to get a point guard, and you never like you need to get more of a true point guard, and you guys never do. In the same sense that Giannis shouldn't be the guy always responsible for handling the ball, and that was one of the issues with the Bucks. In the same sense that I don't believe James Harden should always be handling the ball. In the same sense that Steph Curry plays amazing because is like one of the is revolutionized basketball. One of the reasons is because he plays off the ball. In the same sense of all of that, I felt like Kawhi should not have been nearly like going like having his assists jump to that extent. I don't think that was what I wanted Kawhi to do. I wanted Kawhi to be number one, defensive anchor. Number two, offensive engine. That shot creator. That person who every now and then you give it to him to go and get and go and make go and make that shot. Go and get his. And still having like still have that good vision. Still know what like the better passes. But he wouldn't be tired. He wouldn't be focusing on trying to do that. So I don't think playmaking was his focus. And the fact that I felt like the Clippers had that depth over them, I was like, maybe that can cover up the lack of a point guard. But it didn't. It didn't cover up the lack that they needed someone to set up a offense. They needed a offense there. No ISO. No team that did only that really was like in a way prioritizing more ISO did really good in the playoffs. And it was in a weird way, kind of like creating your own shot was like harder in this playoffs. In a way, it felt like for some people. But that's besides the point. Either way, I feel as though we already know what's going on in the West for the most part. We know like we can watch the playoff battle, like the bottom feeders, kind of like I feel like in the seeding. But at at the end of the day, the way that the regular season isn't really valued anymore, are we really still pressed on it? We literally just saw the Heat as a fifth seed make it to the finals? Are we really as pressed as seeding? Because sometimes coaching, like LeBron wasn't always in the top seedings when he went to the when he made all those finals run. Whether he was with the Heat, whether it was like the big three Cavaliers, whether it was even like the regular Cavaliers, it was never like that year where they were number one seed. Like I think he was number one seed 1 year with the Heat, 1 2 years. But that's what I'm saying. It wasn't never like in the sense that the regular season isn't really the same value as it was. Like as I feel like maybe other people had like it used to be. The same way that regular season isn't the same value. I feel like it's the same way now with just like how the seeding isn't really mattering, isn't gonna matter because we're trying to like we're all expecting to play out better basketball. From the moment the season starts, people are making their finals predictions. People are making their their like who's the championship prediction. The moment the even before the season starts, bro. That's what people are looking at. So then it gets to all right. We know everybody in the West. There's really just three competitors in my eyes, and maybe two people that can knock on the door. Really, honestly, there's two competitors and three people that are knocking on the door, seeing if they can get in somehow. All right, now the competitors in just order, I guess. Lakers, Clippers. Those are competitors. No one else, and I don't think the Clippers are like gonna win. The Lakers made their depth better, and all the Clippers you really got was Serge Ibaka. They didn't get that point guard that I wanted, so fuck them. And then like the niggas knocking on the door. The Blazers are knocking on the door. You just gotta like if Dame is able to pull out what he had last season, the Blazers are knocking on the door. All right. So you saw who else? Who else? The Mavs are knocking on the door. If Porzingis is great. If not, no, they're not. Luka's not enough to do that. Luka's not going to be enough to carry him to him. All right, so I'm looking at the Western Conference like listings just so I don't end up forgetting someone. So I already said the Lakers are knocking. I already said, I already said the Lakers, Clippers, competitors, Mavs are knocking. Trailblazers are knocking. Last team I think that is knocking is the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets are knocking. Now, the thing is, if I was gonna order those, I feel like they're knocking like the people with the best chances, the people who are knocking on it the hardest would be freaking the Trailblazers. And it's hard to say that just because you're really hoping Dame plays MVP levels all the way through. CJ is able to play almost superstar levels. Nurkic, who's one of the best screen setters, is able to play great and do good off his injury too. You're hoping for all of this. There's a lot more questions. This is why these niggas are just knockers. Right? After them is the Nuggets. But at the same time, you're hoping because Jamal Murray, even like after that playoff run he had, that regular season beforehand wasn't impressive. Michael Porter Jr. or what is he about to do? Is he gonna be better on defense? What's about to happen with him? And then the last one is the Mavs, and that's really just Porzingis. If Porzingis is healthy, like 100%, like what it felt like he was in that Clippers series. Oh yeah, no, that's dangerous. And then if Porzingis is healthy, the reason why they're at the bottom is just how big a question mark that is. If Porzingis is healthy, the Mavs jump from that to the top of the knockers list for me. Possibly even in contention. That's how great. It's just how I don't like. At least now, by the time he comes off to even when the playoffs start, I don't think he's gonna be fully 100%. I don't think because Kristaps was just reaching his stride even before COVID. Had some more time to rest it, like get all that soreness out, probably keep working out, and then he got re-injured. Like if he was able to keep playing, even if the Mavs still lost that series, if Kristaps was able to get out of there uninjured, then I would have so much more hope for the Mavs. But it's just because I don't have that much hope. If Kristaps does not come back like in any type of good health, Mavs drop off, and I'll put the Suns in that knocking category. I feel like the Suns need to do good. Like the Suns need a good run, just because they've always been knocking the door of even making the playoffs, and they have, and like there's been expectations. I feel like every like year for like the past maybe 3 years that the Suns are gonna make it, and they haven't. But those are the teams that I think that I feel like are knocking on the door, or that have a chance. So those are top. Those are five. Those and because I did not mention the Suns, it became six. Jazz, well, and then you have two people to fill out the last two seats. Don't think Warriors are filling that out. Not without Clay. Don't Thunder. They're gone. Rockets. James Harden buys in. The Rockets could be knockers depending on John Walls and DeMarcus Cousins' health, but I'm not buying it this year. Just because of all that shit James Harden is pulling. I don't even know if the Rockets are going to make the playoffs. My Rockets, not most contention for 8 seed, but probably not even that. So, this are teams that the last two spots could go to. Jazz, don't see the Kings doing it. Timberwolves, Pelicans, Grizzlies. And then I guess the Rockets are somewhere in there, but I'm not really buying it. So I'm just going to say Grizzlies is Triple J back. Is Jaren Jackson Jr. playing? Is he healthy? He didn't play against the Spurs. So I don't know. But if Jaren Jackson Jr. is healthy, it's possible. But I don't think they're making it without Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't think so. I think he's playing next game, actually. So I don't think he played last game. So after that, so they're out of it. Jazz, they're definitely. I feel Jazz at least getting 7th seed. So Jazz is in there no matter what. So I guess Timberwolves, Grizzlies, and Pelicans fighting for that 8th. I want the Grizzlies to get it, but I feel like the Timberwolves should. It would actually be sad if the Timberwolves could not get the 8th seed. Because that would be a failure. They do not get it. They have Cat. They have D'Lo. They had the number 1 overall pick, I believe. Yeah, they had the number 1 overall pick. If they don't make it, it'd be sad for them. Sadder than if the Grizzlies didn't make it. Sadder than if the Rockets didn't make it. Sadder than if the Pelicans didn't make it. Now, the team that everybody else wants to make it, most likely is the Pelicans, not the Timberwolves, the Grizzlies. I don't see the Pelicans figuring it out like that this year. I don't know what the game plan is for them. I don't know. Maybe, and it's just because I don't watch Pelicans games. I'm gonna have to go and actually watch it I don't know if they have what it's worth. That's me just talking about the West. East, it feels like you just don't know. You want to say the Nets are going to be number one seed just because they won 2 games. You want to say, the Raptors fell off. The fucking Hawks are doing good because now they have Bogdan and and Gallo, Trey Young as other people that can help him. You want to say the Wizards have something to do with being up there. The Heat are still going to be a force. The Bucks, Celtics, 76ers seem like they finally are starting to figure stuff out. You don't know. Like, I feel as though just like the West, the bottom two, which is obviously the Jazz and probably I said it was going to most likely be the Timberwolves, don't have any danger in the front. It feels like that's the same with the East because the front teams are Nets, Celtics, 76ers, Bucks, Heat. That's five. Who's the six? Probably would be Raptors in there. Then you don't know. And then I guess the top five are the only ones really contending to get to win the Eastern Conference Finals in the East. While it's six, but you don't really believe in anyone besides the Lakers. At least in the East, you can believe in the top four, if not all five, as possible niggas that can win the East. And even contend against the Lakers. The top three, definitely. You don't know if the Lakers would be able to beat them, at least in a sweeping style, in a 5 game series, in a gentleman sweep. You don't know it. And I feel like that's just way more interesting. Well, that's the end of the podcast. I'm gonna get into talking about the people who I liked in the East next time, probably. Um, Hope you guys like the new soundboard. Wow! And don't know if I'm actually gonna keep it like this or I'm going to just edit it in. I'm a lazy nigga. This seems a little bit easier for me. Maybe I can get it directly injected into the mic, into the plane like that, so it actually sounds like it's in that bitch. You feel me? Trying to see if I can get some more like in the bit. You feel me? that delay after pressing that button is about to be annoying as shit. But I guess I'll catch y'all next year.